It'll be the happy hour.
Yeah.
And people can hear us. So welcome to whoever's here to our happy hour. This is our special pop-up live, one card, one person, positive message. So welcome.
So welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with Mr.
Oberon.
And me, Banshee. Welcome to the show. We are doing our one card draws today only, and it's a message from Spirit. But we always start every show with a message for the collective, so I'm going to get that going right now. And it is from the Sacred Travelers.
Something happened to my camera.
Oh,
I don't know what happened.
are we live?
We are live.
Oh, okay.
But to fix that, I can't do it live.
Well, at any rate, it is from the Sacred Travelers Oracle cards.
For goodness sake.
And I will pull one right now. If Mr. Sunny Cat will let me.
There, it's back. I got it back, Barb.
Okay. There. Okay, here's the booklet if you want to show it.
Okay, so this is our collective reading from The Sacred Traveler by Denise Lynn. Let's make some adjustments here. Sunny, stay out of the way if you know what's good for you.
Here we are. Let me cut it. Oh, wait. Well, I'm going to cut them. I'm going to let you pick the card, Mr. O.
All right. Hi, Lena.
Hey, Lena. Welcome to the happy hour.
And hi, sweet Chiku. Okay, so we have pulled the Rainbow Blessings for the collective. Blessings are showering your life.
I like it already.
Now, please keep in mind, everyone, this is our special Angel Hour, Happy Hour pop-up, so we don't do the same readings we do on our live stream. We actually just pull one card as a positive message.
From Spirit.
From Spirit, so we're willing to do that for whoever shows up.
And also, if you want us to do readings for you on other questions, do not forget that we appear twice weekly. If you subscribe, you'll find out when we come up live. Thursdays from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Sundays from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we take any question and we do a pretty substantial reading for you. So do check that out.
Thanks, Lena. That's a nice compliment.
So Rainbow Blessings. Blessings are showering your life. Now, this is the only one where I read from a book is for the collective, because I like to showcase people's oracle decks, and this is a great one. So the card meaning is blessings in all forms are cascading into your life right now. Just as the rainbow has all the colors of the spectrum, so is every hue of your life blessed. This is a great time to start a project, initiate a relationship, purchase a house, begin a health program, start a new job, or change careers. Hey, or maybe even start a family. So let go of the hesitations and concerns. Whatever your dream for your future, this is the time to start. You will succeed. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know when the rainbow appears in the sky above or in an oracle deck, have faith that blessings are abounding. Count your blessings. Be grateful for ones received, and know that many lie ahead for you. In the deepest sense, you are the blessing. In many ways, the rainbow is a messenger from the Creator, letting you know that all is well. This card also indicates that it's time to add some color to your life. Paint a room, change the colors of your curtains, or simply spice up your life. What a perfect happy message for the happy hour. We're being showered with blessings. Hey, I will take it.
So I'm looking at the questions there, and of course we can pull the one card and try to focus on the idea of a pregnancy or love life, but we really will be reading the card mostly as is and trying to see what connection or resonance we can. And so that's for you, sweet Chiku. You're saying which month will you get pregnant? Well, we don't always feel our powers are that fine-tuned that we can predict actual dates, but we can give some kind of sense of it.
We'll see if there's something on the card that will help us determine that. But I think with our other show, when we use our Lenormand tiles or cards, those I can sometimes pinpoint a time frame better with. So the tarot's not as great with that. There are ways to do it, but we don't usually use it that way, that precisely. But the Lenormand sometimes gives a nice clue. And we're not using those today for the happy hour. But let's see what we get. Okay, so Sweet Sheka, this is for you. We kind of got our notice out late about the happy hour this week. Apologize for that. We're going to hop it around a couple more times and then maybe we'll find a permanent home for it. We're leaning towards 2 different days and times. Oops. Sorry, Mr. O, I'll give it to you. My apologies. No problem shuffling this deck today. Oh, why? It's my hands.
Well, they have that
They're thick. Yeah.
new cakiness.
And, oh, by the way, for these readings, I am using the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed. It's a very positive, affirming deck, and we only read the cards upright for the happy hour. And even upright, sometimes the tarot cards can have negative cards, but there's always something to be positive to be gained from negative experiences. So we all have to go through challenges in life, but we learn from them. I probably shouldn't have done that. I bet he'll grab at it. And, oh, here, I'll move it because you want to cut there, of course. Okay, the card for
Sweet
Shaiku?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that our card of the day? Or is it...
Yes, it was the Queen of Pentacles.
Yeah, you got our... We actually pulled this card for Twitter and Facebook today, too. The Queen of Pentacles. A beautiful card here. And you know what? If you're looking for fertility, that is a nice card for fertility, Sweet Shaiku. She's like an Earth Mother type. I like to think of the Queen of Pentacles as similar to the Major Arcana Empress card. So Spirit is trying to tell you to pursue this goal. This is the time for you to be working on, your fertility and producing something and growing something. And it shows too to me that you are ready for motherhood. You are most definitely ready for the experience of having a child.
Well, I totally agree. I think that within the context of our happy hour, the Queen of Earth really talks about a nurturing, creative presence. And so I say this card guarantees you will, in fact, get pregnant. I just don't believe that we can necessarily infer what month it might be. But I'm willing to take a gander and suggest...
it's 14, isn't it?
Yeah, it is number 14.
So it's number 14, which could mean it may not happen really quick. It could take up to 14 months, but also 4 and 1 is 5. So 5 could be 5 months. It could be 14 weeks, 14 months, or 5 weeks or 5 months. I think we can kind of narrow it that way. What do you think?
I actually think it's going to be a little longer. I think that it might actually be another, not quite a year from now, 9, 10, 11 months that you may actually conceive, or will be considered pregnant. So I do think it's happening. I think all the signs look right for you.
Can't believe we pulled this card for you.
Yeah, this is one of the very few cards that would actually indicate that possibility.
There's a few. I mean, there might be some that might be more specific as to it's happening now, you're going to get news you're pregnant. But I feel this is a very positive sign for fertility, most definitely. So awesome. I'm in a way glad we were able to give you this message because it really fits.
So thanks for coming. I hope that helped.
And I hope you were still here to hear that. All right, so Lena, let's see what you had. A love reading for the coming 3 months. Well, let's see if we get anything on that, Lena. I'm not sure what will come out, whether it will focus on love or not. Sonny, you moved. You gave me so much room before. Now your tail's going to be.
And I'm doing the kitty cam, the sunny cam.
Aw. And that Queen of Pentacles also has such nurturing qualities to it. That's why I said you are ready to be a mom.
Yes, Lena, we're going to pull a card for you.
We're working on it right now, Lena. There you go, Mr. O.
And I have the kitty cam focused on the Sun Man.
Aww.
Giving us a little bit of feline fortune for our readings today.
Well, he's just such a sunny cat. He belongs in happy hour. Like we could keep him away.
This is true.
This is true. Alrighty. Okay. Wow, and look at that. There's an angel on the card. So, you know, we were going to call this show the Angel Hour at one point, but we went with Happy Hour. And so there you have it. The Page of Swords is here. So what do you have to say, Mr. O?
Well, the Page of Swords talks about messages, and they really talk maybe about like what I've come to call, you know, the dance of life, the dance of the world, the dance of courtship, perhaps. There's a grace, diplomacy, tact, manners, being conversant with how to get around in, you know, proper or semi-proper society. So while I don't think this specifically addresses the idea of your love life, I do think that it shows that you're willing to engage with presentation of yourself in a more pleasing manner, or that you will actually find somebody else is doing that with you, that maybe there's a message coming to you about somebody who wishes to do that dance with you, courtship or otherwise. But I really do think this is about a graceful personality or a graceful situation.
Well, and also when I think, you know, and I'm looking at this in regards to your question and a message from Spirit, and I think Spirit is saying, continue focusing and communicating your intent, you know, that you are moving forward, you are ready for love to re-enter your life, you are ready and open to receiving and giving love. Spirit says keep communicating that intent and, you know, keep not just putting that message out there, but of course, putting yourself out there so that you can attract this to you. I feel like this is a positive sign, you know, with the Page of Swords of engagement. So, in other words, engaging in this, you know.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So I feel that it could happen in, you know, that something might change in 3 months. Maybe it's possible you will meet someone and you will start a dialogue and a discussion. It looks possible here, Lena. I will say that. But for sure, Spirit is telling you it is time to keep communicating this intent. I am ready and opening my heart to new experiences, new relationships, and I am ready to give and receive love.
All right.
That's what we have for you.
So thank you for coming and asking.
Yeah, thanks for coming and stopping in. We kind of figured it would be slow today just because we couldn't get the message out. So we're going to hang on here a little bit longer and see if anybody else comes. And Mr. O, do you want to pull a happy card for yourself?
Okay.
While we are waiting. I'm going to shuffle first and I'll let you shuffle. And cut, and I'll grab the card. And vice versa. Hey, you're welcome, Lena. It's kind of a busy day for me. I've got to do some baking today. We're visiting Mr. O's mom tomorrow. And I am baking brownies for her. Her favorite brownies. Here you go. No camera up? Yeah, thank you. All right, so we're going to keep going and doing the card reading for Mr. O. All right. Wow. Speaking of the sun, man. Speaking of the sun, man. You have the sun.
That's nice. It's a sunny day for me.
So basically, Spirit is telling you this is the perfect time to work towards success and to do things that foster success in your enterprises. Not to give up hope, because the sun is shining brightly for you.
Right, exactly. Maybe there's some discovery, maybe there's just happiness. And it looks like we're the actual only viewers at the moment.
Well, that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, hasn't stopped us before. So, the sun is for you. Now let's draw one for me. And you may shuffle first. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. One more. All right. Yeah. Wow, we both got Major Arcana cards.
We did.
It's
You
the
got
High
the High
Priestess.
Priestess.
Wow.
So you are in store for higher wisdom and intuition. You're accessing secret, hidden areas, subconscious areas of yourself, but it's all really on the same platform. That really the bridge between your conscious and unconscious is very magnified at this time.
Well, that's really interesting. And also the spirit message for me is that, you know, maybe they are trying to connect with me right now. Maybe, and I've been kind of sensing that lately. I've had a couple of interesting experiences, maybe not quite as interesting as the one you had the other day, but I have had a few. So I do think Spirit's trying to connect. And it looks as though I am starting to open to that because I have been having some experiences. So that's very cool.
A lot of times I feel that maybe spirit is also the archetypes that exist within us.
Well, thanks, Mr. O.
You're
You
welcome.
can hand that back. And, well, I guess since we don't have any other readings, we're probably going to just sign off. It's been an interesting experiment today. I kind of think Fridays at noon are not the best of times.
I could try sending the link again.
You could do it, I guess, if you want.
Hang
You
on
can
for
hang
just
out
a
for
few more minutes to the bottom of the hour at least.
Sure. And so we're here, as he said. Also today, Mr. O's emotional exchanges dropped. And so be sure to take a look at that video. It talks about the emotional aspects of our lives. So that should be out there on YouTube now and available for the week ahead. And my show, Material Matters, will be on Sunday from, I usually come on at 10 a.m. and I'm in the chat room for that video. So do come and join and find out about the material side of life for the week ahead, what's up and coming.
Nobody showed up?
Nope. And of course there's this happy hour that just keeps hopping around. So we will find a home for it, I think. Well, it is kind of nice to pop it up, but obviously, you know, we like to have more people join us, and maybe if we have it at a set time.
So it seems like the best contenders are either Saturday mornings or Tuesday afternoons.
Yeah,
later.
like we did at 5,
Right,
and that one
did pretty good.
did pretty good. So maybe we ought to try that again first opportunity we have to. But,
Yeah, we can't next week, I don't think.
No.
Well, maybe we can with that meetings later that we have.
Okay.
Oh, but there's Maori.
No, maybe not.
Oh, okay.
I'll talk to you about that after the show. So, which
So
might
yes,
be now?
as Banshee mentioned earlier, for those who maybe are lurking somehow, Material Matters comes on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. And my show was this morning at 7 a.m. And Goth Tarot is on Wednesdays at 8 a.m. In a week or two, we will have the modality as the sun moves into Virgo. So that's our modality monthly message, which is astrologically related and pretty unique. You can check that out too with us.
And this being our 2-year anniversary on YouTube, we're going to be doing a special video retrospective of our last year, some of the predictions we made to see how they've done. And, you know, we might throw in another reading or two projecting for the future. And I think that's, give it a few more minutes, you think?
Right, bottom of
Okay.
the hour.
Oh, okay. Absolutely.
Or less.
So, Mr. O just did a couple of unboxing videos, which
Yes.
are pretty good.
You can check out a lot of content that we have on our YouTube channel. We do various things. We do unboxings or other kinds of events. We do some meditations based on tarot cards or some small ceremonies based on those energies.
Hey, Violet Lotus, welcome. Welcome to the happy hour.
Well, hi there.
You know, we just kind of threw this one out there today, and we weren't expecting a big crowd, and we didn't get one. So we can do a card for you right now.
So you know me as Mr. O. That must mean that I know you.
Gina!
Oh my! All it takes is that one more message. Yay! Well, hi, Violet Lotus and Gina. Thank you for coming. We were almost ready to call it in.
Yeah, we were about done, but that's fine. We like staying on, you know, for the whole hour if we can.
You're welcome.
We just did cards for ourselves, though, before you guys came on, and it was pretty powerful. Mr. O had the Sun,
Thank
and
you, Violet Lotus.
I had the High Priestess.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting. We did a couple readings and then it just kind of bottomed out for us. So, but now we're back with more readings for you guys.
Yep. Okay, Violet Lotus, you are up.
Now remember, the concept is...
I knew it. I recognized you from Twitter. Yes. Okay, cool.
The concept is it's the happy hour. So we just pull one card from a positive affirmation-minded kind of deck. Do you want to describe it more?
Well, we're using different types of decks. We're only reading, when we pull the message from Spirit, we only read them in the upright. And even if it's, and we know there can be negative cards, of course, in the tarot upright as well. But, you know, from every negative experience, there's always something positive to come out of the challenges we face in life. So this is a message from Spirit to motivate and you know, because our regular readings, you know, we call it like we see it. And sometimes it's not all that positive. So, but this is the happy hour.
Hey, Gina, we might not be here a half an hour if we don't get a couple more readings besides you guys. I've cut.
Okay, she said she has enough time for the last half hour. Well, we can chat.
We can chat. Pull more cards for ourselves. Okay, so this is for Violet Lotus, and thanks again for joining us.
Well, a lovely card, Violet Lotus. You have Temperance. So, you know, Spirit might be talking right now, you know, speaking about finding the balance and the harmony in your life and the calm, tranquil places right now. You know, this is a time to really be kind to yourself, you know, and try to, you know, reestablish balance and peace and tranquility.
I think this is also sharing things that are also of the serene and calming qualities. And so it may be that you'll feel called to really share more of yourself as others are sharing more of themselves. And we're not talking about everything. We're talking about our highest self. So this is really maybe about balancing our own energies against those that we most associate with. And it really looks good. It's really like people really having time for each other.
I like it. I mean, it's amazing. We did pull a bit of Major Arcana here, you know, from this deck. True. So Temperance is one of those cards that, to me, you know, some people dog Temperance. I don't know why, but I love the card because it talks about, you know, harmony and balance and stability. And I feel like that's very underrated today. You know, we all want the edgy experiences. We all want to be constantly on the go. But this is saying, slow down, calm down, relax, take time to, you know, reestablish a connection, you know, a connection, with Spirit, a connection with nature, harmony within yourself.
And of course, maybe it also says too that if you or anyone you know is an Aquarius, maybe you're resonating with them at this time, or maybe they're going to be resonating with you, that kind of thing.
Gina's making dark.
Oh, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. I somehow really devoured that last batch. Somehow.
I know how. So that's what we have for you, Violet Lotus. I'm glad you stopped in. Thanks for stopping in, and hopefully we'll see you again here.
Hit the like button on the way out.
Or just hang out to the bitter end with us.
Yeah, we'll be chatting. We'll be chatting.
Hey, Gina.
So if there's nothing in particular, we're just going to go ahead and pull a card for you. You can't right now because you got bark stuff on your hands. You can be with us in spirit. You're welcome, Violet.
I'm baking today too, Gina. I'm making those brownies for Mr. O's mom.
I'm glad it was helpful. You're welcome. The happy hour really is about just kind of being affirming.
Well, you know what's funny is some people, like our earlier people who came in the room, had specific questions, and we said, you know, this is a message from Spirit. If it touches upon your question, because they were very specific, but I cannot believe how the cards connected with their question, at least especially in one case over the other, but they both did, really.
In a way, yeah, they did.
Yeah. Okay.
Am I supposed to cut?
Did I say you shuffle first?
I thought you did.
Yeah, so I'm shuffling.
Okay. So I put up our stream schedule for our regular shows, and those are 2 hours. And of course, that's a regular reading. We pull approximately 3 cards for people. We take questions or do general readings. This is our experiment with trying to just be more positive minded, because of course I thought about that almost immediately after I created Goth Tarot, which was very shadowy and dark side, and I thought, I gotta balance that a little bit. So that's where the genesis of this came from. But Banshee obviously was a great help with fine-tuning what we wanted to do with the happy hour.
Oh, Gina, don't worry. I won't mix them up because these have to have walnuts in them. They have to. Because Mom insists.
Well, it looks like Gina's keeping us busy because we're going to do 3 cards.
I know, we're going to do one for each. I think that's good. We can do that. And
Absolutely.
you know, I have an idea here, Mr. O.
You do?
I do.
Uh-oh, that's scary.
Okay, so when I cut them, let's take the top card from each pile. The first one will be for Gina, the next one will be for Carol, and the next one will be for you-know-who.
You-know-who. The 2-2 to your 1-1.
So that one's for Gina. Pick the
All
top
right.
one.
And we have the 3 of Earth, or 3 of Pentacles.
Wow, Gina, this is a time to show the world your stuff. Show them that bark.
Well, it's actually like maybe somebody else is saying, oh my gosh, this is the best.
That's
It's
true.
really being known or
You're
acclaimed.
being recognized.
You're being recognized.
Acknowledged for what you do.
Talent and skill, learning, application.
Yeah, I like it, like it, like it. So what about
For
Carol?
Carol?
Ooh.
And Carol gets the Hierophant, Major Arcana 5.
Well, Spirit is saying for Carol right now that the most important thing for her is to find, is to follow a structure or a regimen. Whether it's therapy, whether it's just making sure she's, using her mind in some capacity daily, whether it's, exercise or mental stimulation. This is like following a pattern and a routine I think Spirit is saying is very essential right now.
It could also be saying, too, that maybe within her soul, within her consciousness, her empathy, that order is there or is working to achieve, its expression. And it just feels angelic, let's face it. It's an angel hour moment for Carol. So that leaves us with 2-2 to 1-1.
Well, this could be an interesting one for me to make happy.
The 10 of Wands, the 10 of Fire.
So for you-know-who, the 10 of Fire is the 10 of Wands, and it's indicating to me that, through Spirit is saying it's not an easy road right now. Spirit is acknowledging that you-know-who has some struggles going on, but Spirit is saying perseverance will pay off. You're headed towards a finish line, and it always gets to be a little bit more struggle towards the end. But what Spirit wants to remind you-know-who is not to give up.
Well, this is rather interesting because in the traditional or more symbologies of tarot, the 10 of Wands maybe looks like, carrying some weight, carrying some burden. But over here, I see this person kind of burning things. And to me, I'm getting this metaphor that's saying that these are things that maybe can be eliminated, can be burnt away from you, or 2-2 to 1-1. And that maybe it's saying is that they need to look at other solutions if they feel burdened, because maybe it's really a lot simpler than what they think. That maybe it's literally like just, the magician's trick with flash paper.
Well, that's a good point. And maybe, what I should have said was that, yes, there's some burdens. There's a lot of work right now before the finish line is reached, but the finish line is there. And the thing is, Spirit might want to be saying to who is like, okay, if you want to shoulder all of that, that's fine. You're almost near the end, but really, you could ask for help. You could ask for help. There is help out there. It's just a matter of, sometimes some people like to do everything themselves.
It also strikes me too, just comes up that part of that burning metaphor could be about saying, resolving yourself from past issues too, that may be just moving beyond them. So of course it is transformative, but it may be transformative with the idea that there is no going back, that if it's burnt, it is gone, ashes to ashes. And so I believe that's probably pretty typical of what's going on in their own, thing right now. I don't know that it pertains to you at all at this point. It's really more about what they're going through.
And oftentimes this card talks about the physical load we carry. But on the other hand, you could look at it as the spiritual or the emotional load we carry as well. Why Spirit might also be saying it's time to release yourself from some of the burdens that are burdening your soul and your heart.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that as well, that element to this card. And of course, since we're only doing one card, there's not extra nuance for me to say whether it's a physical burden or a spiritual burden. But that to me makes as much sense.
It does.
Yeah. So, wow, a threefer. But I really think Carol's message is pretty clear. And yours, I just think it's your time, it's saying you're being recognized, but Spirit is also saying it's time to get that recognition to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's time to stand loud and proud.
And I'm from the school that says the only reward for hard work, for good work, is more hard, good work. I mean, that's really what happens is when you're acknowledged by the boss or whoever, that's usually because they think you're capable of doing more.
A sigh.
You can tell I was a little bit lazy in my work career. But anyway, I'm glad it makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Violet is still with us, but if you are, I suppose we should offer you another reading, maybe another card for another person or something in the same vein. So you're more than welcome to throw that out there. Otherwise, we might chat for a few more minutes and see what's going on.
So we haven't heard anything. For people who know, Mr. O's mom's been a little bit having some health issues. We haven't heard anything, so we're assuming everything is still fine. And we're to go up there tomorrow, which we're going to do. And
I haven't seen her since before around November 2019. Normally she's about 3.5-4 hours away, so I don't travel there during the winter months often because the roads aren't great out there.
And then, of course, we had COVID.
And then we had COVID. So then it was impossible for me to consider going there. She's vaccinated. Not everybody around her is, so that's a little bit of a touchy subject maybe. But I really miss not seeing her. It's been wonderful being able to talk to her on the phone, but I really have to see her now, so... Should we be scared? Should we be scared? Gina's hands are free. Oh no, she's gonna reach out. No, you wouldn't do that. That's me, the Scorpio.
A threefer instead of a reefer.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it'll be safe. There is some rain tomorrow in the forecast, but we have to use his car. My air conditioning's been out, which... Bleh.
And I had to get a tire replaced.
And brakes.
They couldn't fix that because it's
really?
a whole... Well, it's kind of similar to what they told me at the oil place, actually.
Oh, okay. I thought your guys acted like they could fix that.
They couldn't fix it at the oil place.
Okay.
And they said, why? And Bell Tire corroborated the reason why they cannot either. So they replaced it, even though the warranty was over by a month.
Well, that's nice that they did that.
Horrible place of business. Yeah, right.
Well, that's nice. They did that for you. If only they had fixed my air conditioning properly. Anyway, we wouldn't be having my air conditioning discussion.
Maybe Mercury was retrograde, dear.
It could be. It could be.
The repair didn't take.
You know what? I am going to pull a card for Sunny.
Oh, dear.
Hey, Sonny, this reading's for you. You want in on the shuffle?
Sure I do.
He's your cat, too.
For the Sun Man.
For the Sunny Cat. Let's see what's on his mind. Maybe it'll give us some insight into why he always has to have so much attention.
I know the reason for that. He's a minority. He's the only boy.
That's true. That's true.
I think male cats are more likely to have emotional handicaps because they feel like they're not loved enough. They get jealous. I've known a few male cats, and more often than not, they seem to get jealous easily. I don't know why, but for the Sun Man.
Well, at first I thought it was the Strength card because it
I
has
know.
a lion
I know,
on
I
it.
saw that, and I said,
that
oh
would
my
have been
gosh.
perfect. But there is a lion on it, and it's the Emperor card. And is not Sunny in complete control of our live stream here?
Now, everybody that ever says, oh, I don't believe in tarot, oh, you know, and then we go ahead and do this, or for any number of people that we've literally like nailed it, you know, or our associates who nail it often,
Yes.
you know, and so to me, this is saying he is the king of the world. He is the king of his world.
He's definitely top cat in this house. He controls the ladies, and he likes it that way. Oh, look at that. That's what he thinks of
He
that.
don't need no stinking emperor card.
That is so funny.
That is so sunny.
It is so funny, and it is so true, because literally he controls the show. He stops me from shuffling. He lets me shuffle. He takes down the camera when he's not happy. I mean, you know, it is his show. He comes on right at the beginning like he is the star. So
The real tragic thing is he knows that I'm the softie, actually, because sometimes he jumps up and he comes over to me and he goes, and he knows I'm going to pet him, and then of course he can flop down and do everything else, knock over the camera.
like the Lion and the Wizard of Oz. And you know what? He's like the cowardly Lion in the Wizard of Oz.
Oh my goodness, yes.
It's true, because you know, for all of his bravado that you see here, I mean, if anybody comes by, he runs and hides. If they're the lawnmower guys, any kind of noise, he's out of here. You know,
Garage door opens.
Garage door opens, even though it's Mr. O coming back, or me, he runs and hides.
And then there's the most pathetic thing of all, which is that sometimes when he really has to hide, because he knows he's going to the vet or something, he finds a way to crawl under a bunch of heavy quilts on top of a chaise lounge upstairs, and he hides under there, and he's like this big lump under there, like, we know you're there. We're going to put you in that box and take you. You're not hiding.
So, like, he's a tough guy on some levels, but not so much on others.
Yeah, none of them
yes,
like
he
the
does.
vacuum. None of them like the vacuum.
Actually,
of course.
Shadow comes out once in a while.
During the vacuuming?
Oh, really? No? thought I'd
Maybe. I think she's the least scared, I'll give you that, or least upset by it.
You know, of all of our cats, Shadow, who never appears here, is rarely, is the bravest cat.
Yeah, she actually is.
Right from babydom, because Shadow was the first one to climb the cat tree to the top.
But she's skitty in her own way too, which is that
She
sometimes
is.
when she stalks various things on the carpet, like pieces of fuzz that we didn't pick up, and she's like looking at that like, what is that? And she's like
Very tenuously moving at
like I don't
things,
know what it is.
But she's got more of a brave streak, and she's more, I won't say friendly to people, but more curious about people.
Yes.
Yeah. So-
And of course she knows how to say my name.
Yeah, Shadow's the bravest, believe it or not. Shadow is not afraid of her own shadow.
She likes to say my name. It's a 2-syllable meow, and I'm sure she's saying my name.
I have to let him believe it. So
Sassy isn't that she's brave, it's just that she's sort of nonchalant. Like, Sassy is the easiest one at the vets. All the vets always say that. They're like, oh, she's so friendly, because she's probably freaking needier than any of them.
or a little bit more scared, but she's the kind of cat maybe who would freeze up scared as opposed to run or act out. She doesn't act out as much as the other cats.
Also, when you're as massively overweight as her, it's just easier to turn over and offer your belly up and hope for the best.
You went there, so okay.
Shadow speaks.
Shadow speaks. Shadow does speak. I will end with this funny, this game. We have this game, and Shadow does this all the time. When I'm in my bathroom at night and I'm brushing my teeth, Shadow will creep in, and Shadow will jump into the bathtub and act like she's hiding from me there. I mean, she just lays down there like I can't see her, you know. And then what I do is I creep up on her like I'm going to attack her, and I do this, literally, and she just goes, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow.
She's saying my name. Or no, maybe it's your name.
So it's just really funny, but she does this all the time.
Very overweight.
She's a very talkative cat.
Sassy apparently has a metabolic disorder. We've known this since years ago.
We've been trying to feed her a different diet, but we can't pick the dishes up because this one got really freaked out when the dishes were removed and just started eating anything and everything he could see on the floor.
And then it was like $1,000 bill to figure out why he wouldn't eat and why he was.
And he was blocked by something, so he was throwing up.
Oh, trust me, she's overweight.
Yeah.
I call her Chubby Stubby because she has short legs compared to the other guys, and she's so chubby that she looks like a little Chubby Stubby. I
feel bad. We've tried, but you know, the only other thing we haven't tried yet and we've heard about is those timer dishes that, you know, but then the trick to that is we have to get all the cats to wear a collar because the food dish is collar activated. And so when they go up to the dish, if it's time for their feeding, they will get food. And if it's not time for their feeding, they won't get food. And so we could time Sassy to certain times of the day, but these other guys too, and then to get them to wear collars.
The collars would be the easy part. Don't worry about that.
I don't believe it. Yep. They fight.
She's definitely way overweight, so we don't know what the future is unless we can figure out how to solve this, and it just isn't an incredible priority right now because she seems to mostly be healthy and happy. I'll probably play the old exit video, and towards the end of that, she's on the table with us. I have the longer hair, and you can see she's a little chunky to me.
But she's much
bigger than that now.
Yeah. So, yeah. And I don't think she's gaining any more weight, but she's not losing, you know, and that's a problem. She really needs to lose the weight. So we've got her on a special vet diet. You know, the vet has checked her out. But like I said, it's because I feel that she's eating their food when we leave the dishes out. It's not completely working.
We can't control her portion.
Yeah.
That's the basic line. We can't control her portion because we're not able to get it away from her before she starts eating it, you know.
The only other thing we could do is lock her up, you know, keep her separate and her food and stuff for a while, try to get her in shape, but I just don't know how realistic that is. So I am going to investigate the food dishes more. It is an expense, and that's why I want to make sure it's going to be successful, but I just don't know.
I'd love to get her a trainer.
She needs a fitness trainer. You know what we need, Gina, is one of those circle things. Although I don't know if she'd actually run on it. You've seen those cats on those circles.
We could get her to run around a little bit, but we don't sustain that enough with her to where it could make a difference.
She really got lazy because when I
Yeah.
do the running toys with them, she's
probably
she'll
has to
lay
work
there
harder. She
and
probably
wants you to,
It's
bat
probably
it from
harder
laying
for her
down.
to work up,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
work. Yeah, so we don't know what the long range is for her, I guess the doctors have hinted that maybe there is something. It sounds like it's probably more surgically invasive, possibly, or more medications, and I'm leery about that. I don't know. I mean, we haven't had the talk, so we don't really know what they have in
No,
mind.
they still wanted the diet thing to try the diet thing, but I think we'll have to have that conversation
Kitty treadmill.
when she goes back. A kitty treadmill. I like the idea. I would love to get one of those circle things. I just don't know where I would put it at
Seven
this
Ocean
point.
Skies. We didn't notice you popped in on us.
Oh,
Thank you. I see you there. Can I have a guided card reading about my next work hour? Very good. Okay, let's do it.
all right.
Thanks for joining us.
We do a one card reading today, but we will see what we get for you.
Hope you've been well. This is our special pop-up, not a normal schedule, and it's the happy hour where we do a positive message. So we're going to pull that for you and see what it does for us. And Gina, you're right. It's something to think about. I just don't know how we're going to get there. Did you shuffle?
We're going to try again. I did not.
All right.
I probably should pull out some of those ones that they really like to play with. Remember the bee?
Yeah.
The flying bee? I forget what it's really called. Problem is, when I bring out these toys,
You're
this
welcome.
guy here takes over, and the other cats are afraid to engage because he's just all over the place trying to hog the attention and the action.
Yeah, part of that has got to be the attention. I think it's because he's male. He might just feel like he has more energy to burn, that kind of thing. But he's really pushy with the females at times, and he will, sometimes be a little bit testy with them. All right, Seven Ocean.
Hey,
Look
this
at
is about
that.
you said about your next work hour. Well, all I can say is it kind of looks like Santa Claus a little bit there. It's the Magician, and the Magician is upright. Yet another major arcana. Well, they're all upright in this deck. The major arcana has been coming up like crazy today. And Seven of Oceans, this just means you're going to have it together. No worries. Spirit is saying you've got this. You have everything really that you need, to get through the day.
It's really about the projection of your will. It's about the projection of all those forces that you can control to send that out there, like wave that wand and do that. It's about conscious application of many talents and skills, but starting with your willpower for the most part. So I think the next hour or longer should be quite good for you, because I think there's a sense of real accomplishment here. It's also, too, I think, about really resolving problems or making manifestations happen.
Yeah, so I think you're going to get through more than fine. So good luck with that. And thanks for stopping in.
I like that. He does look like Santa Claus.
He looks like a Santa Claus to me, or some kind of gnome, in a way. Kind of, I don't know.
He's checking his list. I won't say
Have
the
you
next
been
part.
naughty or nice? No, the Magician is just like perfect. I don't know. Like they show him in a lot of cards, like in a few card decks that I have, actually juggling the four elements of the tarot. And you've got it together. You've got this.
He looks like that other Oberon too, Oberon Zell.
I don't know if everybody knows him.
No, they don't. But he's a famous figure in the pagan world, and he has a big old hoary gray beard. And I don't believe he wears glasses, but he's got big blue eyes like that too. So there you go.
Yep, so good. I hope your day goes as well as the card indicates it will.
Thank you.
Well, I am going to work on, you've re-inspired me, Gina. I'm going to have to work harder on Sassy's exercise. I think I'm going to do it. I've been trying to engage her more in play lately anyway, so, she's somebody who just would sit on your lap or by you forever. She loves being cuddled. She loves being petted. She's just a real sweet cat.
She is right. We could have called her Sweetie and still kept the S with
But
Sunny
she
and
was
Shadow.
called Sassy from the get-go because when we were looking at cats at the adoption event, and the three of them were in one cage, she kept pushing everybody out of the way. She wanted to be front and center. And she's like, you are taking me home, So I called her Sassy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And something I'm noticing too is, and I'm wondering if it's about our time of the day too, is that our software occasionally shows us when we have lagging frames, when we're broadcasting. And compared to last night, we have incredibly less.
Wow.
And I realize that we haven't been broadcasting as long, but we have about only 1/4 or 1/5 of what we had about the same time yesterday.
Are you plugged into the Ethernet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's
And
not
I was
even there.
yesterday.
Yeah. Okay.
No, it would be less good if I wasn't plugged into
Okay,
the Ethernet.
right.
This is better than last night.
And you were plugged in also last night, though, so that's not the issue. But it
So,
could be internet traffic.
I
I'm
think
beginning to think.
internet traffic could have something to it, but I am thinking it has something to do with the broadcasting software. And our monster has been talking to us about that, so hopefully we'll get that cleared up. She has the perfect name.
Yes, she does. And hey, we're at the end of our show.
Indeed we are.
Thanks, Gina, for stopping in. We really appreciated
Thank
that.
you everybody for coming in.
Everybody else who
Sweet
stopped in
Shiku
today.
and Lena and Seven Ocean Skies and Violet Lotus and Gina.
Yeah.
You made it a happy hour.
You made it a happy hour for us. Woohoo! And so hopefully we'll see you next time we pop this thing up next week. And if not, we'd love to see you all at our live stream.
Divine.
Divine. We can
I guess
Divine
we're not
in.
done yet. We're going to have to do one more
Now
card.
do a card for you.
This is our happy hour, so we're just doing one card for people. You got it just before we signed off, so good for you. Happy Friday.
Love to give you a message from Spirit, Divine. If Sunny will let me.
Bye, Gina. Thanks
care,
for dropping
Gina.
in. So hope everything's going okay for you, Divine. It's been real busy for us, let me tell you,
Oh, we've
and it's
had
not
crazy
even
time.
stopping.
Yeah, Mr. O's mom is having some problems, so we're going to visit her. She's having some health issues, rather serious, so we're going to be heading up north this weekend. But we will be doing our live stream on Sunday, too. All right. But it's been making us really busy.
Yeah, work schedules are busy lately for everybody. It seems like I've had more things going on, even if it's just non-work related meetings and things. So I hear it.
Dentist appointments and stuff. We've had appointments.
Yep. Getting my car fixed before the trip. It needed some brakes done and a new tire. All right, Divine Universe, here we go.
This came up before.
Oh,
You have the Page of Air, which is the Page of Swords. And I think, it's really interesting now that I see this. I'm wondering if Spirit isn't trying to connect with you in some way. If you haven't been noticing any signs or synchronicities or things of that nature, maybe you are about to. Spirit is trying to open a channel, I feel.
I feel there's a message coming for you too, and I feel that it could also just be saying that Spirit wishes for you to act in the highest pursuits of yourself as possible, to be kind, to be tender appropriately, and to look for grace and tact and diplomacy in all your dealings as much as possible, that mostly you will affect your will. And the swords, the air cards are really about the mental projection by being more of a reasonable person rather than a forceful person.
Yeah, I think this card is about communication. This card could be about, decisions. Spirit might also... Oh, go ahead. What?
I was just noticing her last comment.
Okay.
The crows. And that's funny you say that, because to me, in one of the cosmologies, I believe, the crows are considered the graces.
Well, I also think crows are messengers.
Yeah.
They, again, might be trying to tell you that a message is trying to come through to you. So, to be open, be receptive. It seems to me that something may be trying to connect with you.
I would say that, and I think that it's really about giving you grace or helping you extend grace that you can or should to those who need it as well.
Crows are also about... am I mistaking it with ravens? So I don't want to do that.
Well, are
they magical creatures, crows, or is that
magical
ravens?
creatures of will or intellect.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So it is also too maybe about just staying tuned into your precision thinking, that kind of thing.
And as we learned from using M.J. Culline's crow... What is it called? The Crow Oracle? The Urban Crow
yeah,
Oracle.
right.
That the behavior of crows, they're very smart. They're very resourceful, and they're very smart
They
birds.
remember people even from years before.
Yeah.
Things like that.
So I definitely think, Divine You, a message is trying to come through.
From 9 crows to 16 or 17. Wow, that really sounds like a message.
That's what do they call that? A murder of crows?
I'm going to pull the bottom card for you too. And it's the 10 of Earth or 10 of Pentacles. And that's saying...
I wonder if this is connected to family matters.
It may be connected to family matters, and it may be really about you creating or extending or enhancing or having the consistency of a strong connection with your family, whether they're present with you or not, but also understanding what's important.
A message from your ancestors. See, that's what I'm thinking. You might be a message from Spirit might indeed be trying to come through.
Yeah, and see, this is the family connection here too, so that would include your ancestors.
There's also a financial element and component to this card. It could indicate family money or money owed you, your security, stability. So there could be a message related to that as well. I'm just going to open it up a little bit more here, but I feel that, I don't know, when you said that about your ancestors, and I'm thinking, the way I tuned in right away, that a message was coming from Spirit, that maybe it is an ancestral message trying to come through.
Yes, I'm going to have to say that it seems possible. So,
good luck with that.
Good luck with that, right. Do some meditation, maybe look for it in your dreams.
Hey, and that's what we have for you. And so...
And happy hour is over.
Happy hour is officially done. So thanks for stopping in, though. It's good to see you, Divine You.
That.
And good to end the show with, friends.
Absolutely.
So thanks, everybody, for stopping in again. And we will see you live on Sunday for those that can make it.
Yeah.
So.
And we have to move on to the other work we have to do today.
Yeah, I'm taping my other show today, Material Matters, because we're out tomorrow all day. So that'll be done today. So take care.
You're very welcome.
Oh, you are so welcome, Divine.
We love you. Thank you.
Absolutely. And thanks for being such a great supporter. We appreciate you. All right. Take care. We will see you soon.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.